Why God sent Jesus to sacrifice to redeem our sin, you know?
Okay, just to explain that to you, it's not about Jesus, he had to sacrifice to redeem our sin. You see, sometimes the Christians, when they explain themselves, they do it in wrong way because they assume the other person he have the same background. But I will explain to you. You are a person who is a man of a house. You love your house,
Okay.
you love your family, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and your family, there's a fire is going to come and eat them, and you can see the future that this will happen. Are you willing to jump in the fire to stop the fire so you can save your family, or you are not?
I would.
That is Jesus. Jesus is not really just sacrificing himself to redeem our sin. Jesus is saving us by giving his life, for he loves us very much. To the point, he's not making a speech, follow me, listen to me, believe me, accept me. No. To the point he loves us, he practiced what he said. I laid down myself, nobody can take it from me. He knew what they would do to him. He see the future, yet he is not a coward to run away from death. First of all, death cannot take him, and grave cannot contain him. He is the power of God. He's God. So Jesus, he proved to us that love is extremely powerful, and by the love of Christ we can overcome death. Death is coming, it's a must, to you, to me. We are talking now, but we are dead. You know that. But by Jesus we are going to live again. So what Jesus did, not only he sacrificed himself, he proved to us that I can overcome death, and I'm not making a speech. I will go there and I will come back to you, and he did. Even the disciples, when they saw him, they said, show us your hands, because they could not believe it. How a person who was crucified, killed in the front of their eyes, he is coming back from death. This is impossible. So Jesus' crucifixion is not only about he's trying to save us, because the point is, when Jesus died, and Jesus did the miracles, and Jesus, he came to this earth, is just to save us. It's not to sacrifice himself. This is not the point. The point is to save us. Sacrificing it was, or giving himself, was everything about himself. It's just to show us how much he loves us. So when people reject Jesus, what he gave, including the crucifixion, they are rejecting salvation. So Jesus, when we say Christians, Jesus, he paid for our sin, because we are sinners, and we don't deserve to go to heaven anyway. And it doesn't matter really what we do. We are, you know, we are like the same as a glass, have cracks. You know, the cracks in the glass, you cannot fix it. You can put a glue, you can put a tape, right? But the crack is there, the sin is there. So what Jesus is giving us is a chance that not only I will fix your cracks, I will give you a new creation. And today we were talking about Jesus making the water into wine. And I said from the beginning, this miracle is not only about wine and making wine, it's about Jesus transforming the nature of the water to the nature of a wine, which means Jesus can change your nature. He can change your structures. He can make you a new creation, a new living being. That is Jesus, my friend. So when I say to you that Jesus, he did this, even some Christians, they don't explain, they just say Jesus, he paid for our sin, which I believe this is a, you know, it's true, but it's not very accurate to explain for someone who don't know much about Islam or about Christianity, I mean. So we have to be careful as a Christian when we speak to non-Christian, because they don't have the same background. And this is what happened to our friend here. So my friend, the salvation is by accepting Jesus, everything Jesus did. And Jesus being crucified because a human being is ugly, not because Jesus, he liked to be crucified, because a human being is a criminal, not because Jesus, he liked to be in the cross or to put nails in his hands. But Jesus, even in the cross, he says, forgive them, Father, they do not know what they are doing. They do not know what they are doing. And here you see how amazing the Messiah is, because the Messiah, by saying such a statement, he proved to us that he is not a speech man like Muhammad, who says something and he do something in the background. Muhammad, he did say always something like, stay away from your wives when they have their menstruation, and the second day he is having sex with Aisha or fondling her. Jesus, when he say, forgive your enemy, they ask him how to pray. Jesus, hey Lord, how to pray? He says, say like this, our Father out of heaven. And right away he says, and forgive to us the same as we forgive to others. And in the cross, Jesus, he practiced what he taught us to practice. He said, forgive them, Father, they do not know what they are doing. And how I can, after this, to reject Jesus the Christ?